Good day, good day, good day, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this special episode of Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa. I am a interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I'm a certified spiritual life coach. I am the spiritual director and senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And all of that is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. So if you need support, please reach out to me. You can go to my website, revmelissa.com, and leave me a message there, and we can connect. So, the reason why this is a special episode of SIP, and SIP is an acronym, Spirit in Practice, because it's all about the practice. It's all about the practice. This is what I'm calling an in the can episode. So, an in the can episode is a pre recorded episode that I just do. And my producer, Sekou Wrights, and I have been talking about having in the can episodes just in case. And so I guess something happened today, and this is the just in case that this in the can episode is being used for. So I am actually recording this right after our knowingness series that we did in May. So who knows when you're going to see this, but we did the knowingness series in May, and there were some things that were happening that I wanted to share, but it didn't quite coincide with that theme. So I decided to make it an in the can episode. And I hope that you will receive something from what I'm sharing today in Sip with Rev Melissa. So, what I know is this: the universe is always in conversation with us if we would just listen, right? And I said before that life is a dialogue, not a debate. Life is a dialogue, not a debate. So sometimes we get the message and then we want to debate with it, right? The universe tells us something and then we want to question it. Our intuition says, do this. And then we're like, well, what am I supposed to do? And our intuition just told us what it is that we're supposed to do, right? And so it's always in conversation. So the universe was in a conversation with me for this last couple of weeks, right? So two things are happening at the same time. So let me just set the stage a little bit. So I'm the spiritual director at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, and we're getting ready to enter June soon. And so I start prepping for our theme for June and all of our topics in June. And sometimes it lines up with CSL's theme and topics, and sometimes it doesn't. And for the most part, I've been creating my own themes and topics for 2022. And so for June, we happen to line up with CSL's overarching theme, which is body, right? So May, we talked about at Rockland CSL, our theme was feeling tone. And so for June, I thought it would be great to talk about body, because the feeling tone, where do we want to feel it? We want to feel it in our body, right? We want to feel it. Our feelings, we can pinpoint the feeling in our body, in our bodies, right? So I got body, and CSL is doing body too. And usually we have a book that's kind of the companion book to go along with the theme. So I was like, body, what book could I select? And so feeling tone in May, we used The Mental Equivalent by Emmett Fox. So I said, okay, so maybe for June, we will use Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life book, right? And then I was like, maybe not. Everyone has read that. Let me see if I can find something else. So I started asking around for recommendations from people in my circle, and I got some recommendations. And when I checked it out, they were a little bit too heady, or they were really made for people who might be in the field of energy work or in any of those healing professions. And some of them were more like reference books for things that ails the body and how you can treat it. And I was like, no, that's not it. Someone recommended The Body Is Not an Apology. And I thought about going with that one. And then, I was, I don't know, right? Wonderful book, right? The Body Is Not an Apology. We might use that for another month. So I kind of just left it alone, right? Kind of left it alone. And I said, I'll just see what happens, right? So that's one part. The second part is my knee hurts. So I don't know what I did or if I did anything, but Wednesday, and remember this is dated. So Wednesday, May 18th, I was in the city going to one of my HR clients' office. And I did a lot of walking in heels, which most of us, right, these last 2 years of being in this pandemic, I personally have not been walking around in heels. And so Wednesday, I was walking around in heels in Manhattan. And that evening when I got home, my knee was a little sore. And I was like, that's interesting. And then when I woke up Thursday morning, my knee was on fire. My knee hurt so bad. And then Friday morning, it was swollen. My husband said, your knee looks swollen. So it was swollen. So I got this knee pain going on. I got, preparing for June for the center. And I have a prayer partner. So every Thursday morning, we pray. But on this particular, in this particular week, when I'm recording it, we prayed on Friday, which is when I'm recording this right now. So we prayed on Friday. And and I told her, my knee is swollen and that's what I want prayer for, right? And we started, just digging a little deeper about it. And I said, I just grabbed Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, to see what Louise Hayes has to say about the knee. So let me share what she says. So for knee, she says, the cause could be stubborn ego and pride, inability to bend, fear, inflexibility, and won't give in. And the remedy is forgiveness, understanding, compassion. I bend and flow with ease, and all is well, is the affirmation. So I was like, that doesn't really resonate with me. So then I looked up swelling, right? And so for swelling, she has being stuck in thinking, clogged, painful ideas. And the remedy is my thoughts flow freely and easily. And the affirmation is I move through ideas with ease. I move through ideas with ease. And that didn't resonate with me either. So I was like, no, Louise, not this time, girl. So I'm flicking through the book. So this is the actual book. This is my second copy of the book because the first copy I had, I gave to my cousin. And that copy has all of my notes and I highlight books. I'm a highlighter. So I highlight the books and I have notes all over the place. I do all kinds of things with my books, right? As far as highlighting points that resonate with me. And so this book is it's a new book. So there's no highlighting, right? There's no highlighting. I haven't read it again. And so as I'm talking to my prayer partner, I'm flicking through the book like this. And then something catches my eye. I see yellow highlighting. And I'm like, did I highlight that? Like, when was that? Because I haven't read the book. So I pay closer attention, and this is what's highlighted. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is what's highlighted. Knee. Knee. And this is what it says for the affirmation. I've moved forward without hesitation. So this is in her section of new thought patterns. So what I read previously was in her kind of like diagnosis. Let me see what she actually calls it. She calls it the list. And it's basically a list of problems, the probable cause, and a new thought pattern. And that's where I originally looked up knee and swelling. But in the back of the book, she just have a section called new thought patterns. And she has everything listed again, but she only has the new thought pattern, which is different from the thought pattern that I read under knee. So knee, I move forward without hesitation. I was like, yes, that resonated with me, right? That resonated with me. I was like, ding, 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 ding. Yes, I move forward without hesitation, right? Now, mind you, I have not read this copy of the book. It's not highlighted at all, but this one section about knee, I don't know when that was highlighted. It had to have been years ago, maybe when I was having knee problems before. I don't know. But here we go. Knee, right? I said, okay, universe. Always in the conversation. I move forward without hesitation, right? So that's one. Two, what did I look at? This book. You Can Heal Your Life, which is the book that I originally thought about when I was thinking about a book to use for our June theme for the body. So again, the universe is always in conversation with us, right? Because if it wasn't for my knee pain, I probably would not have picked up the book. I would not have looked to see what does knee represent, and I wouldn't have been flicking through it. I don't know why I even did this, right? But I did, and the highlight caught my eye, right? And so my prayer partner did an amazing prayer for me. And I know and trust and believe that my knee is healing even now because I am moving forward without hesitation. So there's been some things happening in my life that I've been feeling hesitant about, right? That I've been feeling hesitant about. And so now I know, cut it out, stop the hesitation, and move forward. Move forward, right? Because a lot of times things that are happening in our, the mind body is one, right? It's not even when people say the mind body connection, I'm like, that's not even it. It's one thing. The mind and the body is one thing. It's one thing, right? And so the mind and the body are working together, right? Delivering messages all the time. And sometimes when we're not paying attention in our mind, the universe will use our body to catch our attention. And I know everybody can relate to that. You know, there's something that you need to do and you don't do it. And then all of a sudden you sick or all of a sudden you trip or all of a sudden you have this bruise. Something happens to get your attention, right? If we would just pay attention from the beginning. Yeah, but sometimes we don't listen, right? And so this was my sometimes, not listening, hesitating, and all that stuff. But all of these things converged together on this particular day, right? For me to know that what I need to do is move forward without hesitation. So let's be aware. Let's pay attention to what the universe is saying to us all the time, whispering, right? Whispering to us, our intuition whispering to us. We see something, a sign somewhere. We run into somebody. There are symbols everywhere if we would just pay attention. If we would just pay attention, because it's all energy, right? It's all energy. It's all connected. It's all in the oneness of life itself, right? There is no separation, right? There's only oneness. So I was thinking about knee, right? And I said, I wonder if I could come up with an acronym for knee. And so I came up with two. You can let me know which one you like better. So this is the acronym for knee. And I know that being in our knowingness series this week when I'm recording this influence this acronym. So, NE. Know now, energy expresses. Know now, energy expresses. So that's one. Here's the second one. Know now expresses exactly. Knowing now expresses exactly. I'll repeat them one more time. The first one is, because I want to know, put a 1 or a 2 in the comments and let me know which one you like better. Know now, energy expresses. That's 1. Know now, energy expresses. And number 2 is knowing now expresses exactly. Knowing now expresses exactly. So even though it's pre-recorded, please put it in the comments, number 1 or number 2. Let me know which one you like. And we might have like a whole series based on the acronym NE. Okay? All right. So June, if this airs in the month of June, this is our book, our companion book for our body series at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. It might have happened already. That's fine too. It's all good. And I think that's all I wanted to share. So thank you so much for being with me today, even though it was pre-recorded. Thank you for doing your work. Thank you for knowing now what you need to know now and taking action. Yes? All right, y'all. So I will see you soon. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy. Yes, we are connected to our yes.